Hey everybody, this is Stamping Scott. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about cling mount stamp basics. Cling mount stamps are the ones that are red rubber that attach to our acrylic blocks, and they have a cling on them so they stick to the block. Today we're going to talk about how to prepare them so that way you can get ready for some fun stamping. The stamp set we're going to prepare with today is Island Vibes. And I'm going to show you how to prepare these red rubber stamps, attach the cling on super easy. You're going to have so much fun getting your stamps all ready for some fun stamping. I hope you'll join me. Welcome back. Hi, I'm Scott, and this is my YouTube channel, Stamping Scott. I'm so excited you decided to join me for this special edition tutorial on how to prepare your cling mount stamps to get ready for stamping. Cling mount is the red rubber variety of stamps that we have at Stampin' Up. The other type of stamps that we carry are called photopolymer, and they're clear, okay? And they're fun to stamp with. I love our photopolymer. But sometimes I think people get a little intimidated by red rubber because you can't see through them, so you don't know where you're stamping. Well, there is a really simple, easy technique on how to get the graphic labels prepared to go on the back side of your stamp so you can actually see the image of where it's going to be stamping. Now, I'll show you what I mean by that. So I have a sentiment stamp set here that I'm going to be featuring in a video coming up soon called Inspired Thoughts. And I went ahead and prepared all my red rubber stamps in here with the cling label on the back of each stamp. This way, when I mount it to my block, I can see where it's going to be stamping. So let's take the sentiment out of here. This is called It's Your Time to Be Remembered, to feel appreciated and to know you're celebrated. I celebrate all of you who watch my videos. So now when I have that red rubber stamp on my acrylic block, and by the way, these are acrylic blocks, we sell them in our catalog. You can use whatever block you want. I just prefer our blocks because they're nice and durable. They have a nice grip on them and they're awesome. But it's really cool. Now you can see exactly where it's going to stamp and what it's going to look like when you go down and do it. And for example, there we go. Bloop, 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 bloop. We're going to stamp that on my workspace, so you're reminded through this video that you are truly appreciated from me to you. Of course, this is Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and then there you have it. So you can see exactly where it's going. With photopolymer, it's clear. You can see exactly where it's going to stamp. With the red rubber, you're not able to see that unless you have the labels on the back. Well, that comes to the reason why I made this video. This video is created so I can show you a really easy, simple stamp-on technique on how to put those cling mounts on the back of your rubber stamp. I learned this technique about 2 years ago, and I've been doing Stampin' Up on and off since 2008. And within those time periods of Stampin' Up, we have been doing something called clear mount, which is a similar red rubber stamp, and it had a vinyl cling on the back of it, which just kind of statically attached itself. None of us put it on there. We just left the foam off the back, and we would just stick it on there and stamp with it. Well, that was great, especially if I needed to die cut my image. I didn't have to worry about how straight the image looked. But what if I stamped this straight onto a piece of artwork that I've created, and I want it to look perfect the first time? I want it to show me exactly what it's going to look like when it stamps on an image. So that is what I'm going to share with you today. Now, by no means is this a how-to video, meaning like this is how you have to do it. I know hundreds of stamping friends that do not put the labels on the back of their red rubber stamps. Totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. This is just a technique to share with you how to do it yourself and make it easy for you. Whenever I get my stamps sent to me when I order them, I can't wait to put my labels on the back of my red rubber stamps because this fun technique called the stamp-on technique, which is what I call it, makes it fun to do so. Now, by the way, this Island Vibe stamp set is featured in our new Sale-a-Bration catalog. This is active until February 28th of 2022. We're halfway through Sale-a-Bration, you guys. And it's right up here in the front. Super cute. It's got these, I call them banana leaves, but like, I don't know what they are. They're like really cool tropical leaves. You could use this with your Stamparatus, which is a stamp positioning tool. I don't know, it's just a fun thing for some distress techniques from backgrounds. I see they did something here with that. A pineapple, who doesn't love a pineapple? I'm excited to use that. And it looks like some kind of tropical potted plant. There's only 3 stamps in here, but they're beautiful. And I believe they're called distinctive stamps, if I'm not mistaken. They have kind of a photo look about them, so you don't need to color them. They look good with the color ink that you choose, and they just look complete. You can find these really cool rewards on my shop site, stampingscott.stampin'.net. With the $50 purchase, you can earn the stamp set for free. And I'm gonna be featuring this in a video in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. Okay. Let's get going with that. So Sale-a-Bration is going on February 28th. That's when it ends. If there's anything in this beautiful catalog, please check out my website and get it before it's gone. All right, so let's do this. This is what we're here today. So we're gonna prepare our cling mount stamp set. We get it for the first time. We're gonna open it. It has a set of instructions on how to put the labels on the back of the stamps. I have tried this over and over again, and I don't get perfect results. If you put these cling mounts labels on the wrong way, you can't peel them back again from the foam. So let's kind of go through the process to kind of tell you what I mean. So when you get your stamp set, you're gonna poke these out. They're laser cut. Back in 2008, we had to cut them out with the scissors. So this is already taking us halfway there. Now, some people keep the outline of the rubber for a reason I will share with you later. So I'm gonna put that to the side. I don't use it, but some people do. So I wanna give you as many ideas as I can. So as you can see, they have this release paper that's on the back of the foam. We'll go ahead and take that back. Peel them all off here. I use this stamp set because it is featured in Sale-a-Bration. It's really fun. And also, there's only 3 stamps, and it'll be easy for us to get through this together. Now, this is what most people would do. They would take it, they're ready to stamp already. They're not gonna use the labels. They know it's a pineapple. So let's put it on our block. The block, it sticks to the block, but I'll tell you something, it's not very sticky. You could be stamping around, it's happened to me before, and it falls off when you stamp on your project. You know, these are the wonders of being a stamper. These are things that we just deal with when they happen, and we just celebrate them as off moments. And it works fine. Some people will huff on the block to kind of make it stick. Huffing on the block makes it stick better. If this is fine for you, this is great. Then just do that. For me, I know Stampin' Up! Put the labels in here for us to want to put them on the stamp. And I found a really fun technique that someone shared with me. I didn't make this up. This is not my own idea, but I want to share it with my stamping community. So I'm going to show you how to put the cling mounts on. So these are the clings. The reason why they're called cling mount is because they're extra tacky, so they stick to the block longer. So I'm going to go ahead and peel it back. Take this off like this. All right, there's the pineapple, really cool, right? So the side that we peel away is the side that has the cling on it that sticks to the block. It's a temporary adhesive, okay? Now, some people may put it on their wrist a little bit just to kind of take that adhesive down because it is super sticky. You do not want to make the mistake that this is the temporary adhesive. This is not. This is the permanent adhesive. So traditionally, the way we would do this is that we would line up the foam to the label and try to get as perfectly clear as we can and then put it onto the foam. Now, in the warning up here, they aren't kidding. This foam is delicate, that is on the back of the rubber. If you put that down, and it doesn't come back up again. So you can't really make a mistake. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of us just never did it. Well, with this stamp-on technique, I'm going to put the side that has the temporary cling mount on my block. Now, by the way, you guys, this is a block E. This block is a great block because it will pretty much work for this technique with all of your stamps. If you've got smaller ones, you might want to go down to a block D. But the E will work with most of your stamps with this technique, so you can cling them onto everything. Instead of buying all 9 blocks, the E block and the D block are kind of like your staples, okay? There are just some that maybe are a little longer that don't fit on this block, but very few. Most of your stamps will work with this. So I'm gonna go ahead, remembering this is the temporary adhesive, and put it down on my block, just like that, okay? Now I'm going to pull up the release paper of the permanent adhesive side here. So now this is the permanent adhesive side. This is the side that you do not wanna make a mistake on. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put my pineapple down. This is where it gets fun. That's why I call it the stamping technique, because I'm gonna go ahead and stamp on it. Now, because I'm filming, I can't look straight overhead. So I'm gonna move it toward me for a little bit here so I can look at it. Okay. And you see that I'm positioning it perfectly over the top of the red rubber stamp and the foam. And it's gonna push down like I'm stamping. Woohoo! We're stamping already. And then what I can do is flip up the block and then peel it back. And now my cling mount is perfectly positioned on this red rubber. You don't even see any label off the edge. So that means that this is the most precise way that this image is going to be stamped. So if I want to stamp it on a card, I can go ahead and mount it to my block. And you'll see why I think this is a distinctive stamp. So we're going to go ahead and ink it up. And give us a perfect pineapple. Ooh. How beautiful is that? This is why I love these stamps. This is what you can't see in the catalog. You're like, you go in there and you're like, oh yeah, a pineapple. Okay, cool. Look at how beautiful this image is, you guys. I mean, I just thought to myself, this is gonna be a gorgeous pineapple. It's almost three-dimensional. But now, when I stamp it, it's perfect. We'll do a stamp off a second time with the black and we'll see what that looks like. It'll be more gray. Yeah, more faded. You could do some fun distress techniques with that too. We call that stamping off or stamping off the second time. And of course, you know that we clean our stamps with two different tools. I like the Stampin Scrub. Some people get the chamois. The chamois is cool. I like the Stampin Scrub just because it's all self-contained. And even though the Stampin Scrubber is like $17 or $18, I never have to replace this like every 7 years, and you can take these out to wash them. So Stampin' Scrubber, that's my favorite tool. The chamois is great for traveling if you want to go ahead and take it like to a stamp camp or something. But wasn't that easy? So now let's do those other ones really quickly. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take the potted plant, right? We're going to put that face down. Take our other cling mount so we can go through this again. The potted plant, now remember, when I peel it away, peel it off the main release paper. This is the cling side. This is the temporary adhesive. That's the side that goes down on the block. You see how this block is perfect for all sizes of stamps? Then I'm going to go ahead and peel off the release paper of the permanent once it's on my block. That could be a challenge. See, I was going to trim my fingernails before I did this video because I'm kind of that person. But I thought, well, with what I'm doing by peeling off the labels, I'm going to need them. So I left them on. Go straight overhead here and see if I can get this to look right. Let's see here, just position it. Take your time doing it because you can't make a mistake. You can't lift it back up again and do it over, okay? Wow, look at that. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. I love this technique and it's like on perfect. It's perfect. How about that? We have one more. We have the banana leaves. Now, like I said, you guys, if you don't want to put the cling on, this isn't a rule book. You can do it the way you like doing it. That's the whole point. This is about inspiration. Maybe you want to have those clings on there. Maybe you thought, oh, I wish there was an easier way to put it on there so I don't ruin the stamp. Well, this is the way to do it. This is probably the best way to do it. The old way I used to do it worked about 90% of the time, but I didn't like it. I would ruin my stamps, or then the mount would go on crooked, and it defeated the purpose of having that mount on there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and peel back the release paper from the permanent side. I wanna stamp this image out. I'm excited about this too. We're gonna do this again. I'm gonna try to center this on the camera. All right, let's see here. Position it as best as I can, centering it on the stamp. And once you get it, you push it down on it, see? Take your time doing this. It's very zen. It's a very good meditation. Looks good. Let's see how it looks on here. It's pretty good. I might have gotten it off a little bit, but I can't peel that up and try it again. It's done. But it's acceptable for me too. And these stamps, they don't necessarily need to be accurate on where the labels go versus like sentiment stamps like this one. when I deal with sentiments, I take my time putting these on because I want to see where exactly they're going. There we go. So let's see what that looks like. I actually cut some cardstock. Let's pull that cardstock out here. There we go. So what do you think? Do you like this kind of video showing some basic stamping techniques? I have been wanting to shoot this video, guys, on how to mount your labels on the back of your cling mounts for almost 2 years now. And I think the reason why I decide not to do it is because I don't want to tell you guys how to do something when it's sort of like an option, but I guess I feel like maybe I should share with you how I do some things, and if you like it, you can do it that way, or you could do it your own way. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? You know, this stamp set, you only get 3 stamps in here, but look at how beautiful those are. They're just beautiful images. That's what's nice about having these. You can kind of redirect yourself to see how the image is going to look before it stamps. That's why I love having the clings on the back of it. So if you're struggling with getting your label clings on the back of your red rubber stamps, this is the way to do it. This is a great technique. If you have your own technique, continue doing it that way. If you don't like to put your labels on the back of your clings, totally okay. I did it for years. I may have some stamps in here without it on there. A little off the edge, but that's okay. See how cute? You could do a cute little card, have a little sentiment in here. Like we could go ahead and, here you go. You make a difference every day. How about that? All right, so here's my tip for you on the cling mounts. Once you put your labels on them, they are super sticky. So if you're working on a project and you've got it on your block like this, do not let this sit overnight. Take it off the block when you're done with your project, because the longer the cling sticks on this acrylic block, the longer it's going to hard to take off. And you really don't want to damage the foam mount part here, this gray part, when you pull it off. Otherwise, it can cause imbalance on your stamp. Also, in the case is made with a different plastic than the acrylic blocks. So it's not going to stick as hard in here, but it can get sticky. So some stampers, what they'll do is they'll keep their red rubber grids from where they punched it out, and they'll put it in here. I think they do it like this. And that kind of prevents them from staying stuck on the back side of the plastic. Personally, as you can see, if I look at my red rubber collection here, here we have Campology. And it's kind of cool. You see them here and you flip them over, there's the size of the stamps. Sometimes the size of these aren't to scale, so it's nice to be able to see them in here. Most of the time they are. I love Stampin' Up. They do such a good job. Like this one here. This one's really got a lot of stamps in it. As you can see, I put a magnetic sheet in here, and I put my framelits in here. This works really well most of the time, but when there's a ton of frames, it doesn't work as well. But I do like doing this. I think it's fun. I see a lot of stampers doing it. And then you got your red rubber, and you can see they're all in here. And I've had them in here for a while. They do start to stick, but they'll still come up. They still come up. You want to avoid, though, pulling up on the stamp itself, the red rubber. You don't want it to come loose from the foam. So you want to take your finger underneath where the label is and then pull, and then it'll come up. You just want to avoid pinching the foam on the rubber. Oh, we don't want to have them stick to each other. Here, I'm going to do it. I like doing it this way, as you can see. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to mess with the grid part. I've done that before too. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Sale-a-Bration's coming to an end in another 30 days, and it's always so sad because I love Sale-a-Bration time. It makes things so much more exciting when you know you can earn free stuff every time you make a purchase. So please capitalize on this. Stampin' Up! Does this wonderful, generous promotion for all of us. And I get to benefit from it too. As a demonstrator, I get 20% off. So you're always welcome to join my team if you want a discount. And I get Sale-a-Bration rewards. So it's kind of a fun double whammy. And then also getting this awesome starter kit for $99, which is worth $125 in retail that you get to choose from all the catalogs. You also, during Sale-a-Bration through February 28th, will be able to get 2 stamp sets of your choice from any of the catalogs, free for just signing up. So Stampin' Up! Is rewarding our new demonstrators when they come on board. But remember, please keep this in mind, I love that you're my customers. So I just want to be able to let you know that I'm sharing this opportunity with you as well. But I'm really happy that you're my customers too. So if you like any of these sets and you love these island vibes, oh my goodness, I absolutely love these pineapples. Make sure that you get in your order before February 28th or sooner so you can get this stamp. With a $50 purchase, you can get this for free. And remember, anytime you make purchases from my website, stampingscott.stampinup.net, I will reward you with a card that I will send you the following month. So all my customers that place order in January, they're going to be getting cards and little gifts from me in February on top of whatever they receive from Stampin' Up. So I like to be able to really reward my customers because I want you to feel appreciated and celebrated. That's really, truly what this is all about. Sharing kindness, everybody. That's what we do every day. Thank you so much for joining me on this little technique on how to prepare your cling mount stamps. Maybe I'll do another video like this if you want me to do a tutorial on a Stamparatus, or maybe do some heat embossing. You want me to, we can do just tutorial videos like this on how to use your tools versus just on creating cards. So if this is something that was helpful, please leave a comment below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with everyone that you can, because I'm at 90 subscribers. I would love to get to 100 subscribers. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. Having 100 subscribers to my YouTube channel would be awesome. It's not momentous. 100 subscribers just means I'm 1/10 closer to getting to 1,000, which is a goal of mine someday. But once again, thank you so much. I hope this really helps you, and I hope you have a great day, okay? Thank you so much. Bye for now, you guys. But with a $50 purchase from my stamping site called, of course, it's early in the morning. You guys, I never shoot in the morning, so I guess my brain isn't completely wired yet. Let's just do that again. You can totally, oh, yeah, see, now I'm off my groove. Okay. Adhesive. The side that you release this release paper, okay, is where the permanent adhesive is. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please check out some of my other videos on my YouTube channel, Stamping Scott. See you really soon.